Have you ever tried to convince someone that they are really making a poor choice? Yet the more you talk to them about that poor choice, the more they seem convinced to follow through with the choice? If so, then this tip is for you. First of all, keep in mind that in our brain we have different parts of ourselves that will argue, different thoughts. So for example, if I see a donut, I'm going to say, yum, I really want that. And another part of me is going to say, Rodney, you really don't need those calories. Well, what happens is we are arguing back and forth in our brain. Now, when we bring an outside entity and they tell us all the bad things about our choice, so let's take smoking. If the doctor tells us all the reasons why we need to stop smoking because it's unhealthy for us, the other part of our brain takes over and we start thinking about all the positives of our smoking, that it may be relaxing or that it's social or it's addictive and it's hard to give up. So when the doctor is done talking to us, we are left with only the positives in our brain of why we don't want to give it up. Or if we have an adolescent who is in a poor relationship and we try to help explain why it's an unhealthy relationship, we are telling them all the bad things about the relationship. Their brain kicks in and is telling them all of the positives of the relationship. So when we're done with the conversation, again, they are looking at that part of why they want to continue doing the behaviors. Therefore, you want to start a conversation within their brain. Let's take the example of an adolescent in an unhealthy relationship. We might start the conversation with, you seem to really feel this is a good relationship. It sounds like there's a lot of things you like about him or her. Tell me about those things. That begins to help them identify those positives and to talk about that genuinely. And then you might say, well, every relationship has its ups and downs and its pros and cons. What are your concerns about the relationship? Then they begin to look at the other side of the brain, the cons of their decision or of that relationship. Now, as you leave it with that and leave them to make their choice, their brain is going back and forth and looking at the pros and cons, which gives them a better balance in making a healthier decision. And you have a better chance of them making the decision that you feel is the most appropriate. Not always, but a better chance.